Let me make sure I get Instagram on here. Okay. All right, guys. So we just got Instagram going live. So if you guys are just coming in on Facebook, I keep saying Facebook because I don't go live on Facebook. Maybe that's a subconscious trigger to start going live on Facebook. But for hi YouTuber fam loves, it's Tahiri Divine. You can find me on all my social sites as Tahiri Divine, where we talk about the uplifting of your spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical life through ancient practices such as numerology, tarot, and oracle cards and astrology. Yeah, new astrology, tarot, all those fun ancient tools that we use as a way to help maneuver through our life, where we learn that we are the student and the teacher. So we are all here to live, learn, and grow together and share in our experiences. So welcome, Divine Tribe. But all right, so as Instagram is coming in, today's message is talking about sustaining and maintaining. I talked a little bit about this as far as in the previous video. I'll make sure I link it again in the links below. Hey, I see you guys coming in. Hello, hello, everyone. Again, I was talking about sustaining and maintaining. This is the topic of today for our power prayer. So I'm excited to talk about this one because I kind of spoke of it a little bit last year as I was going through this process. So now that I kind of, I won't say like I've arrived, but I do have some insight, and I don't mind sharing it, how it has benefited me in my life right now. So in regards to sustaining and maintaining, I talked about how we are always learning about manifesting, and we manifest, bringing things towards us, creating the life of our desires. And what is not always given information or talked about as much as compared to manifestation is sustaining and maintaining your manifestations. Again, I talked a little bit about this the other day, is like we can bring so many things to us, and then we get to a point where it's like, can we even keep these things up that we have lured into our life? And so this part of Power of Prayer is talking about the prayer of sustaining and maintenance, right? Because anything that we desire is going to take a level of energy other than just saying, I want it, right? Yes, you may want it, but why do you want it? What is your intent to do with it that you want or that you desire, whether it is a relationship or a job or a career or a business, whatever. All of those wants and desires do take a level of work to keep it going further and having the long run in your life. And I know for myself, I shared like I'm an awesome manifester. One of the problems I had was I didn't know how to keep up. Like, oh, I got these things, and now I'm like, I have too many in my hand. I'm fumbling a lot of my manifestations. How is it now? Can I keep them going? How can I not bite more than I can chew? And so that's not a bad place to be at either. If you're in a phase in life where you have manifested your desires, right? And there's a lot of desires that we have, and not every desire should have precedence over another one. There are some desires that are more important than others. And so when we get to this place of leveling out our manifestation ability, right? We're like, okay, let me level out my mental space now. What is the intent to what I want? I think that's the first and wonderful place to start out, is why do you want something? And not the superficial why. I really mean like the deeper why, like shadow work type why. And it doesn't have to be that intense, but typically the motivations on what it is that we want, it may not be in alignment with our ultimate goal or a life goal or a life path, whatever path that we're on our life. And we want to ensure that our intentions of drawing something to us is going to benefit us, yes. And if it's another person, hopefully you're being beneficial to that person too. But wanting to ensure that you're bringing things into your life that are going to be beneficial and create some type of peace and harmony in life versus a necessary adversity, right? Because I know when I had manifested my podcast blog site some years back, it was really just something fun to do. I didn't think it was going to be something to pick up. I didn't put the intent for it to pick up. Um, but when I got down to what it was, like my true intention on why I started that was because I really wanted to connect. I wanted to have genuine connections with people and to share myself or a portion of myself that I didn't get to do with my immediate circle. Like you guys are like me. If you guys are here, you may be the only one in your immediate circle who's really into astrology or to tarot cards or into spiritual topics. And your friends or those who are closest to you, maybe family members or whatever, are not really into those spiritual things. They may have their own belief systems that refute those things, and then, that's cool too. And so I've recognized in my own life, my friends, like my close circle friends, they're not on that level as far as wanting to talk about these things. And so it's good to have an outlet for me to have an outlet to connect with other people who are interested in like paranormal activity or, just the not the everyday conversations. And so having your intent in place makes your manifestations um, less overwhelming. So when you know why you want something and what is your purpose and goal for it, it gives you a clear focus and direction on what it is that you need to do to maintain it and the work or the maintenance it takes to maintain or sustain your manifestation doesn't feel like work anymore. I was sharing like one of the things I don't like doing is I don't like typing. I'm not bad at typing. I'm actually pretty good at it. I just don't like the whole process of having to type something and then upload it and I don't like all that. I rather pass somebody else do that for me. But in me not liking doing that, it has blocked a lot of my expression because there is a love that's a barrier that I see as it pertains to my sustaining my manifestation. Like if your intent is to connect with people and share your expression, then you have to ensure that you're doing what's necessary to keep that up. So, oh, hey, Raven, I see you coming through on the world I would say in the world in a YouTube space. I see you. Um, Hello there. Yes. So we're talking about sustaining and maintaining, and as far as it pertains to manifestation. So one of the first lessons, blessings that I've learned when it comes to maintaining my manifestations is having clear intent on why I want what I want and what am I willing and able to do to keep it. And sometimes you don't have to know that right then and there at the time you're trying to manifest, but it's definitely something to be aware of. That are you willing to do what's necessary to keep it going, especially if you see it to be something beneficial for you. So that is another level. The second one is going into doing the actual work and removing your own mental barriers on why you think you can't do something. If something's worth having and there's a level of challenge that there is to get to, or a barrier, is the barrier your own personal barrier, or is it something that's really outside your control? So recognizing the barriers, is the barriers an internal barrier, or is it a real actual external barrier that is not blocking, I don't want to use the word blocking your maintenance, but that is something that you have to be aware of and knowledgeable on how you want to maneuver through it. So again, we're talking about your intentions, and then we're talking about willingness to, I don't want to use the word willingness to endure, but willingness to work through whatever barrier that you come across, whether it's your own or external. And then lastly, as it pertains to sustaining and maintaining, is staying focused on your goal and realizing that the journey is really the goal versus the actual end goal. And that part is one that I'm currently in, and I'm actually seeing the benefits of enjoying a journey versus just trying to strive so I can get to that end goal, right? Strive so I can just whatever this whole desire to push and pull through, or more so push through. It's a very pushing, forceful type of energy. A really good book that talks about that is Power versus Force. That's a really good reference book if you guys want more of a scientifical and along with theoretical background breakdown of power and force, which is the more powerful of the two, or is there any power within the two, or both? So I think that's a really good read. You guys should get that on an Audible too. You know, a lot of the books that I get, I do through Audible. Like I like to listen to the Audible version or audio version first before I get the um, hard copy. And that's just as of recent. I really learned that I love, love, love audiobooks, but I still like to have a hard copy too. But yeah, so that's pretty just my three realizations for myself on how to sustain and maintain manifestations. One is understanding your intent, because I'm telling you, once you have your intent in place, you don't have to worry about unknowingly manifesting, because sometimes we unknowingly manifest things. However, if you're more intentful about it, then there's a more direct focus on what it is that you're manifesting. And then the second part of once you've already manifested it, you are now willing to look into your own personal barriers and or external barriers on why you may on the challenges, I should say, the challenges of your manifestation as far as keeping it going. And then thirdly, the last one was oh goodness, I just blinked out. I'm sorry, guys. I just blanked out on what the third one was. If you guys can help me out in the chat room real quick with the third blessing, pretty much I'm just going to go into, like I was saying, with my own life, because it's really based off my own personal experiences, is when it comes to manifestation and sustaining and maintaining and wanting to break through and have it and not being forceful with it. That's another, I think that was the other thing, not to force it, not to exert this type of forceful energy on just trying to get it. Third one was enjoying the journey. That's the third one. Enjoying the journey. And it's in the middle of it is where you realize that your manifestations can actually sustain itself when you enjoy the process and allow it to naturally unfold. Whether it be a relationship, allow it to naturally unfold. You don't have to force something. You don't have to make it. You don't have to will it to power. Once you sense your intention and you give it to the universe and allow it to reciprocate and come to you, receive it, but take your time for it too. Same thing goes with the business. I know, like, YouTube, Instagram, social media world will make us believe that when you start a business, you're supposed to be like this 60K a month figure every month. And that's your deem of success as a business, when realizing a business doesn't grow overnight. And a lot of the things people are doing are trendy stuff, like, which is cool too, because I had a trend hustle as well. So it's like, if you know how to hustle on trends, you can always make a quick buck. But if you're talking about really having a business that's going to sustain the test of time, the name means something, whether your business is something that you want to be remembered, like Bank of America, or something like Blue Cross. I don't know why I'm getting, those are just the things that come to my mind as like businesses that people know, right? These names. If you're looking for something like that, just know it takes time. So it may be 20, 30, 100 years, whatever it takes, whatever your goal and your purpose is, like, you don't have to rush it. Don't rush it. It's going to manifest. It's going to come. Some things come quicker than others, but even within that, trying to quantify its time to get here, I think it stifles the journey and it stifles the manifestation before it has time to really fully blossom into what it needs to be. So trust your process, trust your timeline, and enjoy your journey. And there's going to be lessons and blessings along the journey, but all of it is for your benefit. But okay, guys, that's all I have for today. I don't have too much. Anything you guys want to add to today's topic and discussion, you could definitely hit them up in the chat. Oh, yay. If you guys are on Instagram right now, you guys see that I posted today, August 25th, marks the anniversary of the passing of Aaliyah. And so very much in Aaliyah kind of mood today. I was trying to do the swoop bang, but it wasn't working. But it's all good. But I think I'm gonna come on a little live later to talk about Aaliyah. So we're gonna have like an Aaliyah hangout if you guys want to do that with me. Well, sure, I'm gonna do it, but y'all can come hang out with me as we do Aaliyah jams. It will be here on Facebook in the next hour. I'll be doing that. So if you guys are interested, you guys can come go live with me and just have a whole Aaliyah Memorial Day and just kind of rock out to some Aaliyah. I don't know if I'll do the Aaliyah music. We'll see what we can do without getting too much trouble. But all right, ladies and gents, thank you so much for tuning in with me. This has been the Power of Prayer. Today we talked about sustaining and maintaining, and I look forward to hearing some of you guys, hearing your own personal stories as it pertains to you sustaining and maintaining your manifestations. If you're interested in working with me, you can find me on all my social sites, Ask Tahiri Divine, where you could book a session with me. I do offer free 15-minute consultations, and along with other services, which you can find in my links below. Thank you guys for tuning in. Or if you're on Instagram, you can find in my links in the bio description. I look forward to talking with you guys again later today. All right, guys. Bye.